Hallelujah. Yahoo. Praise Yahoo. Praise Yahoo from the heavens. Praise Yahoo in the heights. Praise Yahoo, all y'all's angels. Praise Yahoo, all y'all's hosts. Praise Yahoo, sun and moon. Praise Yahoo, you heaven, you stars of light. Praise Yahoo, you heavens of heavens and you waters that be above the heavens. Let them praise the name of Yahoo, for Yahoo commanded and they were created. Yahoo also established them forever and ever. Yahoo had made a decree which should not pass. Praise Yahoo from the earth, ye dragons in all depths, fire and hail, snow and vape, stormy winds fulfilling Yahoo's word, mountains and all hills, fruitful trees and all cedar, beasts and all cattle, creepy things and flying fowl, kings of the earth and all people, princes and all the judges of the earth, both young man and maiden, old man and children. Let them praise the name of Yahweh. For Yahweh's name alone is excellent. Yahweh's glory is above the earth and heavens. Yahweh also exalted the horns of his people, the praise of all Yahweh's saints, even of the children of Jerusalem, a people near to him. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. Sing unto Yahweh a new song. And in Yahweh's praise, in the congregation of the saints, let Jerusalem rejoice in him that had made him. Let the children of Sion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dancing. Let them sing praises unto Yahweh with thy tremblers and harps. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. Yahweh will beautify thy meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in their glory. Let them sing out loud upon their beds. Let the highest praise of Elohim be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the people, upon the heathens, and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, to execute upon them the judgments written. This honor have all Yahweh's saints. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. Praise Elohim in his sanctuary. Praise Yahweh in the firmaments of his power. Praise Yahweh for Yahweh's mighty acts. Praise Yahweh according to his excellent greatness. Praise Yahweh with thy sounds of trumpets. Praise Yahweh with thy priestesses.
Praise Yahweh.
For Yahweh, praise Yahweh with thy tremblers and dancing. Praise Yahweh with thy string instruments and organs. Praise Yahweh upon thy loud sound cymbals. Praise Yahweh upon the high sounding cymbals. Let everything that has breath praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Yahweh. Psalms 22. Psalms 23. Yahweh is our shepherd. Not should we want. Yahweh maketh us to lie down in green pastures. Yahweh leadeth us beside the still waters. Yahweh restores our souls. Yahweh leadeth us in the path of righteousness for Yahweh's name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil, for Yahweh are with us. Your rod and your staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil. Our cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life, and we will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. Hallelujah. Yahweh. Hallelujah. Yahweh. Hallelujah. Yahweh. We're going to start in the book of Isaiah, chapter 51. Isaiah chapter 51. That's where we start. This prophet commanded us to do something.
Isaiah 8:82.
Isaiah, when everybody gets to Isaiah, we can move.
Okay.
This prophet commanded us to do something.
Okay, you said prophet in Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 51.
51. 51.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay.
And Robert, if you don't mind,
Mhm.
I want you to read verse 1 and verse 2. Verse 1 and verse 2 of Isaiah 51. Just verse 1 and verse 2.
I got it. What's that for? Hearken?
Hearken.
Hearken.
Yeah. Hearken
It
to
was what it
me.
means. Hearken.
Listen. So let's go into that. Since you said that, let's go into the word hearken.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best way. That's why I got this dictionary. We're going to go into hearken and see what it means.
Yeah.
And that's why I got this dictionary. Right?
Yeah.
What it means.
Isaiah chapter 51.
They got time, and that's why I got this dictionary. We can see exactly what it
Mhm.
means. Hearken.
Mhm.
Listen and pay attention. So the first thing the prophet asking you is to listen and pay attention.
Mhm.
Because he's about to give you a commandment.
Mhm.
Remember, this is the mouth of Elohim,
Right.
the mouth of Yahweh. This is the mouth of aka God.
Mhm.
So right now, and I'm using the layman terms, God, who is Yahweh,
Mhm.
has sent this prophet to give you a message.
Mhm.
So the first word is hearken. Listen and pay attention.
Right.
And I want you to start off reading that.
Reading that right.
So
Mm.
I'm gonna start off reading because he said listen and pay attention.
Okay.
Hearken.
Right up.
When everybody get there, we'll go
Get the one.
to chapter 51. Right at the
Lord,
beginning.
his people.
See,
Lord
hearken.
saved his people.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
And I'm reading it.
Okay.
Right.
It says
Yeah,
hearken.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. That's it.
Mhm.
Hearken to me, you that follow after righteousness, you that seeks Yahweh, look unto the rock what you are hewn, and to the hole of the pit what you are digging. Look unto Abram, who was Abraham, your father, and unto Sarah that bare you, who was your mother, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. So let's go back. So the first word was listen and pay attention.
Mhm.
The next word that's a key in this is follow.
Follow.
You know what follow means, right?
Mhm.
What does follow mean?
Example, going behind, following someone, going behind, so that righteous or wrong, whatever you follow.
Correct. So we're following after righteousness.
Right.
But my next question is, what is righteousness?
Pure.
So I'm gonna go back to
Pure.
Deuteronomy. I'm gonna go back to the law for this.
Mhm.
This is righteousness.
Yeah.
And Deuteronomy, you don't have to go here, but Deuteronomy chapter 6, I'm going to start where King had already inlined it. It says fear.
Righteousness.
Listen, fear.
Listen to it. Just listen.
20, verse 24 it says, and Yahweh commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear Yahweh our Elohim,
Mm-hmm.
for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this day. So this is what's that. Past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. This was talking to them back then. This is talking to us right now. And this is going to be talking to the people that comes after us. It's past, present, and future. All three of them. In it, so he said, in it should be our righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahuwah Elohim had, as he had commanded us. So what we're finna go through today is righteousness. Because the prophet commanded us to do what?
The righteousness.
Look unto the rock was ye are hewn. So what he commanded us to do is to go back to where we originated from, what the 12, 13 tribes originated from. And we all come from out of Abraham. And we know Abraham for his faith and his righteousness. So Abraham and Sarah built a nation. And it was a righteous nation. They the start of Isaac. It was Abraham. It was Isaac. It was Jacob. Jacob's name was turned into Israel. So we're going to start from the new beginning. Not from Noah. Noah was considered the beginning of the second world. We're going into the beginning of the third world, which is going to be in righteousness, because under the new covenant, the law should be installed in our heart. So we're going to follow after what the prophets say. So now, everything that we're going to be reading from here is going to be based on the words from the Creator, and they're going to be based on righteousness. If you don't understand something, we could go in the depths of it to get some understanding. Right? That's why I got the dictionary and we got the concordance and everything that we need. But we could go into that. He said, look into the hole of the pit what you are dug. Look unto Abram, who was Abraham, your father, and unto Sarah that bare you, who was our mother. For I called him alone and blessed him and increased him. This is the starting of a nation. So the commandment of the prophet is for us to go back, not to go forward. He's telling us to go back to Abraham. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12.
Which verse?
We're going to start from Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12. And I want you to be involved, Robert. So now, when you get to chapter 12, the first, I want you to start reading.
First verse?
I want you to start reading.
Okay. Now the Lord has said unto Abram,
Pause,
Robert.
Robert.
All right.
Anytime you see the word the Lord, this is the name is what we needed. Because the name is where the power is at. The name is what's going to open up everything to you. So the Lord is not a name. The Lord is actually a title. It's Adonai. It's a title. Sarah called Abraham Lord. You hear what I'm saying? So there's many lords, but there's only one Yahweh.
Yahweh.
It's only one.
You know what?
So anytime you see the word the Lord,
Yahweh.
so you use the name Yahweh. You ready? Let's go.
Now that Yahweh has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abram departed after Yahweh had spoken unto him.
Pause.
Huh?
Pause for a second. You see the word departed?
Mm-hmm.
So Abraham actually did what the Father asked him to do.
Right.
And as we keep reading on, you're going to see it wasn't only Abraham that obeyed. Sarah followed. See, in today's world, they done taught, and nothing against women, but they done been taught to rebel.
That's what it brings up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
A man that's doing righteous, that's doing what the Father said, if he asks you, he tell you to come and say, well, the Most High say we got to depart. We got to get out of this country.
you gotta go.
All no, y'all say we need to depart.
We got to
So
go.
we need to depart.
This is the difference between Sarah and Lot's wife.
Mhm.
She looked back.
She looked back and took
She didn't want to go,
Right, right.
and she destroyed
Right,
herself.
yeah.
She disobeyed the Creator word.
Mhm.
She disobeyed the Creator first, and then she disobeyed her husband because he was the one being the messenger to tell her it's time. Let him go. But you can keep reading, right?
Okay. So Abram departed, as Yahweh had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran.
All right. Hallelujah, y'all. So is it too old for any man to turn
No.
and be obedient?
Right, 75.
He was 75.
75.
That's older than most men make it to live today.
There you go.
That's for real.
75.
That's the majority of the people.
So Abraham was called at 75.
5. Mhm.
So is it too late for any man to be called and to obey, to be obedient? So if you're not obedient, it's because you just don't want to be.
Be obedient. You gotta change sometime.
You choose. People who live in light choose to live in light. People who live in darkness, they choose to live in darkness.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
So you can keep reading.
Okay, and Abram took Sarah, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran, and they went forth to go into the land of, what is it, Canaan?
Canaan.
Canaan.
Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came. And Abram passed through the land unto the place
Shechem.
of Shechem,
Shechem, yeah.
unto the plain of Moreh,
Morning.
and the Canaanites was then in the land.
So at that time, the Canaanites was in their land.
Right.
The land that if we keep reading, we're going to see the next verse going to explain what was going to go on.
All right. Okay. And Yahweh appeared.
And
Yahweh appeared unto Abram and said, unto thy seed will I give this land. And there built he an altar upon Yahweh who appeared upon him. So he came up, and he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Hai
on
the east. And there he built an altar upon unto Yahweh, and called upon the name of Yahweh. And Abram journeyed.
Pause. Did Abraham call on the name of any other deity?
No.
Right here you only see one name,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Yahweh. Abraham did not call upon no other deity. He did not know them. He built the altar to one name. We said
Yeah.
I have given this land, and there he built an altar unto the name, unto Yahweh, who appeared unto him. And then right here in verse 8, it said, and called upon the name of Yahweh.
Yep.
So he built the name to Yahweh altar, and then he called upon the name of Yahweh. He didn't call upon none of these other deities or gods or whatever that they claim in these days. It was him alone. We're going to keep reading.
And Auburn journeyed, going on still toward the south. And there was a famine in the land, and Auburn went down in Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarah his wife, behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, this is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee wife, this alive. They will save thee alive. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that when Auburn was coming to Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. The princes also of Pharaoh saw her and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. And he entreated Auburn well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen, and he had asses, and men servants, and maid servants, and sheep, asses, and camels. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh in his house with great plagues because of Sarah, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, what is that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Why said thou, she is my sister, so I might have taken her to me to wife? Now therefore, behold, thy wife, take her and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and the wife and all that he had.
I know, Pharaoh. I'm going to go back, and let's go back over. So the first thing that happens right here, now Yahweh has said unto Abram, get thee out of the country and from the Canaan, and from thy father's house into a land that I will show thee. So the first thing the Most High came to Abram was with is something hard today. Somebody come and tell people today to get out. It's time to go. They gonna tell you, well, we're waiting on God
What is
to
it?
tell us to do this, right? But we know the Most High always used man. Ever since the mountain, when they didn't want to hear the voice of the Creator no more, when he spoke to them in the mountain, they asked that they hear it through Moses. So the Most High used man to speak to people, and it's up to you to believe what's being said. So today, just like when Noah, back in Noah's time, Noah was telling the people, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. And they seen this man building an ark, because he knows it's gonna flood. And he did what? He went around for years preaching to people righteousness and truth, and telling them that the Most High finna destroy the earth with a flood. And ain't nobody wanted to listen. Everybody waited until it was too late, because there's such thing as too late. But see, why this is so much righteousness, because he asked him to get thee out, and I will make of thee, and he told him what he was going to do. I will make of thee a great nation. Now you see why the prophet told us to go back to Abraham. Because in order for us to build a great nation, we must go back and follow the steps that Abraham took. Every path that Abraham took in righteousness, we must do. And the first thing we must do is come up out of all these church houses, all these holidays or whatever that these people, everything that's not attached to what the Creator told Abraham to do. We never seen Abraham celebrate no things called 4th of July. We never seen Abraham celebrate no Easter. We never seen Abraham celebrate no thing called Christmas. We never seen, nowhere in this story you're going to find Abraham did any of these things. Nowhere in this story you're going to find Isaac did any of these things. Nowhere in this story you're going to find Jacob did any of these things. Because we finna go through it. Nowhere in this story you're going to find children of Israel doing any of these things.
No holiday.
Nowhere in this story you're going to find Moses commanding us to observe none of these things, that these customs and these cultures that this country have taught us to do. So from right here, the first commandment was Father asked us was to come up out of these people, come up out of them. Yes, our fathers, our mothers, and I'm speaking our forefathers, they was brought in as slaves, and certain things was beat into them and beat out of them. These customs, these is not our customs. This is not our religions. We didn't have religion. The Most High told us to teach this book. Not to preach the book, but to teach the book. The same thing Moses was doing. He was teaching the law, statutes, commandments, and precepts in covenant. So let's keep going on. And he said, I will bless thee and curse them that curse thee, and and these should all families of the earth be blessed. Right now, since our downfall is our enemies uprising. Because they got to rise up to make us jealous.
Yep, they do.
So they've been being blessed because of our foolishness, our ignorance, because we're not following after what the Creator showed our Father. He gave us a roadmap, and the only thing we have to do is follow.
But we ain't.
And we're not as a people.
We ain't doing it right.
So Abraham did what? Departed. He kept the commandment of the Creator. That's righteousness. When you keep the commandments of what the Creator say, not what man say, not what woman say, not what no serpent say, not what Satan say, not what nobody else say, but what the Creator say. And that's what Abraham did. He had faith, and he believed, and he was obedient, because he departed, as Yahweh has spoken unto him. And Lot went with him, and Abram was 75 years old when he departed. So he was a 75-year-old man. So it's showing you right there's no age limit on being obedient to the Father. We all children in his eyes. And Abraham did what? He took Sarah, his wife. Do you see in this story anywhere when Sarah said, nah, I'm not going like you did, I'm waiting? Well, she refused to reject to go when the Most High told Abraham to get your thing and go. Get up out of your father's house. She didn't do that. She left. And Lot went, his brother's son, who was his brother, and all their substance that they had gotten. So, in the souls that they had gotten in Haran. So everybody, they didn't argue with Abraham. He broke it down to him. He told him he done met up, that the Creator done spoke to him. They believed him. So the word is trust. Who do you trust? Who do you have confidence in? Do you have confidence in man? Do you have confidence in beings that's been, and I'm going to say this, it's been 2,000 years, they say. There's no prophecy in the Bible that says in 2,000 years somebody was going back to save us. We're going to find out if it's a prophet, is a prophecy in here on that. And Abraham passed through the land. So Abraham, the importance of this, Abraham and his whole house departed, as Yahweh said. And Abraham built the altar on that name, and he started calling on that name. And then on his journey, and this is the law, Abraham he knew he was going into a wicked place where these people will take people's wives and do everything else, and they'll kill you for your wife. Mm-hmm. So he made a pact with her to say that, this is my sister, right?
Keep her from getting killed.
To keep him from dying.
Right.
Because they was going to keep her alive.
Mm-hmm.
This is a story like, remember when Pharaoh said, kill all the male child and keep all the women alive?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See how this happened already. You see how this story it had already happened, because this is before Israel. This is Abraham. This is the father. That's why he told us to go back. This is before Israel. Abraham was the father of Isaac and Jacob in Israel. This is our father in righteousness. So he knew these things. But what did the Creator do? The Creator plagued Pharaoh's house because he had Sarah, Abraham's wife. When you have somebody else's wife in your control, the Most High will plague you until you let them go. He will plague you. And they left. They got up out of there. So now let's go. So the important thing is that he was called. That was the call.
Called.
And his response was to be obedient to the call.
The Sarah.
And Sarah followed.
By his side.
She went with him.
And his nephew, who Lot that was?
Lot was Abraham's brother Noah, right. Noah's son.
Okay.
That's who Lot was. That was his brother's son. And Lot was obedient because Abraham taught Lot.
Okay.
And Abraham was taught by Shem, Noah, Methuselah, and all of them. This was before, you get what I'm saying? So he listened to the teachings of them. And he kept going on. That's just like right now today, I would tell you the first thing is submittance, separation, purification, and then you on the mission. But you got to go through those things first. The first thing Abraham did was submitted. He did it. He went.
He did. Yeah.
He was obedient. Now it's time to separate himself and go through everything they needed, and you're gonna see it as we walking with Yahweh, like Abraham did. This is what you call walking with him. Being obedient, staying on his side. Don't let nothing else come in, because there's gonna be things. So this is how we know when we go and we read back to Abraham. If somebody comes with something other than Abraham didn't go through, we know it's not right. Our father didn't walk down that road. No, I'm not going that way. You get what I'm saying? Our father didn't worship Yahweh N-A-N-D. It was just Yahweh alone. Him and his whole house, they didn't bow down to nothing else but Yahweh.
Right.
And we're in chapter 13. Yep, everybody ready? Mm-hmm. And Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went out on his journey from the south even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar, which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of Yahweh. So there's pause. So what do we have to do?
Call on the name Yahweh.
We have to do the same thing that he did. We have to get out of here and we have to go back to that place where that tent was at first. And when we get there, and this is the thing about what we're doing right now, we're getting ready to get to that mountain.
You got to get there.
Because people think, oh, let's go to the mountain. You just can't go to the mountain any kind of way. We're going to see how Abraham is a certain way that you have to present yourself to this mountain. And Abraham is going to teach us how do we come to that mountain. As we go on in the story.
Mm-hmm.
As we go on in the story, we're going to see. But we got to get back to that mountain. And Lot also, which went with Abram, had a flock and herd and tents. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together. For their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. And there was a strife between the herdman of Abram's cattle and the herdman of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanites and the Perizzites dwelled in the land. And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdsman and your herdsman. For we be brethren. So right there he's telling you as brethren, because at the time they was in front of these two nations.
Mm-hmm.
And when Abraham telling them in front of these nations, at all, we shouldn't be fighting with brothers. Mm-hmm. So basically what's going on right now, these nations is laughing at us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a bunch of brethren, and they can't come to agreements on nothing.
Not nothing.
And we're fighting, and a lot of times they get out there and fight in front of these people and try to show off on the other brother in front of the people. What is you fighting about?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But you preaching peace, but you're fighting. It's all over the TV, it's all over the YouTube, it's all over everywhere. You're fighting in front of these nations, all these nations that's around about us, who is our enemies. They mocking us, they make look at them. This is what these niggas can't get it together.
They sure can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, right?
But we shouldn't be doing this, we should be coming into some type of agreement. Not to be fighting in front of these nations. It's bringing shame upon the Father's name. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing when Moses said, what is the brethren fighting for? In the story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And when they said, well, who is you talking? Didn't you just kill the Egyptian? But you forgetting that I had did that because he was attacking one of the brethren. So I was protecting my people. Right. But here you go with your mouth. You done sprayed me. Now you got Pharaoh them. They looking to kill me. So now I got to flee. I got to get out of here. But I'm protecting my people. So he get everything from the book. You know? He said, and Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdman and your herdman, for we be brethren. It is not the whole land before thee. Separate yourself, I pray thee, from it. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou depart to the right, then I will go to the left. He's showing us how to say, okay, you live over here, I live over here. Because you got too much going on now. So we're going to have to depart. We can't live in the same, we live in the same land, but you going to live over here, I'm going to live over here. Right? That share the land. And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before Yahweh destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of Yahweh, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Sarah. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan. And Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from another. Abraham dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners, before Yahweh exceedingly. What we living in right now?
Sin.
We living in a place that is great sin.
Every day.
We living with darkness all around us, and what we have to do is separate ourselves from among these people. And this is a famous line. They hear this, but people don't do this. Be in the world, but not of the world. So we have to be in this land, but not be of it. Because we're living in it, because we're being held captive. No matter what people think. Any place you need permission to leave and to come back, you is still in bondage.
You ain't gonna get out.
If I was free, if you was free, we'll be able to just leave and go wherever we wanted to go. Any country, wherever. You can't do that, I can't do that. We got to go through a process and take a picture and get a little card with they stamp on it giving us permission to leave. And if they don't feel like they need to give you that, they'll tell you you not qualified to get a passport, a permission slip. It's just like you in school, you ask me, can I go to the bathroom? Say, no, you playing too many games. They holding you captive. We're being held captive. We shouldn't need no passport to go nowhere. Y'all ain't need no passport when you was bringing people in. And then all these fake documents y'all done put on us to hold us. And that's why when you go in the hospital, they want you to sign, the parents to sign these birth certificates. Because now we're giving them authority over your seed. You're telling them they belong to the USA. You as a piece of property. Do you get what I'm saying? Abraham dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahweh exceedingly. And Yahweh said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thy eyes, and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward, for all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to your seed forever. How long is forever?
Eternity.
Long time.
How long is forever? This is the question, because in the book he say this land was given to us, his seed. It was given to him, and it was going to be passed on down to his seed forever. But we have to keep reading. So what land is this? And I will make your seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then should your seed also be numbered. So he asked him something. He said, rise, walk through the land, in the length of it, in the beneath of it, for I will give it unto you. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Morar, which is in Haran, and built there an altar unto Yahweh. Hallelujah. Do you see what's going on?
Oh, there's a lot going on. Still in slavery.
Do you see the difference between then? The difference between it, Abraham didn't need the permission for nobody to go nowhere.
No, but we do.
Abraham didn't need no passport to go nowhere. But Abraham was also not stiff-necked and rebellious. So for all the people who saying they the seed of Abraham, they're the children of Abraham, how? Abraham bowed down to one God and only, and Abraham obeyed this God.
To the end.
And Abraham taught his seed, his children, to do the same. And as you can read now, Robert. We're in chapter 14. I was told to keep everybody involved. And there's a lot of names in there.
What that first one is? The king of Shinar.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but all right. And it came to pass in the days of
Rapal,
Rapal,
king of Shinar,
king of Shinar,
Aroch, king of
Elzazar,
yeah,
Elzazar, Tsadakno, Lamor, I've been out there.
the Lamar, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations.
Okay, so it came to pass in the days.
You can keep going.
Okay. That thee made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and with Bresha, king of Gomorrah, Shinar,
king
Atmar,
Shamibar,
and Shamibar, king of
Zaboim, Zaboim,
Zaboam, the king of Bela, which is a
Zoar.
All these were joined together in the vale of Siddim, which is the Salt Sea. 12 years after they served Tsadakno, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year came Tsadakno and the kings that were with them, and smoke the Rephaim in Ashtaroth, Karnaim, and the Zumo, and Harm.
Let's do this, Robert. So basically, in this chapter, where you was at in verse what?
Verse 5, going to 6.
All these kings and all these nations is about to do something. Something's about to happen.
Right. All of them getting together.
Yeah. So go down to verse 11. Because something is about to take place.
Okay.
Yeah, go to verse 11.
Okay. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victual and went their way. And they took Lot, Abraham's brother's son, who dwelled in Sodom, and his goods, and departed.
Paul. So it was basically what was going on, Robert. It was a time like it is today. Where all these nations finna get ready to go to war with each other.
That's right.
And the nation that was more powerful than other nations had took Abraham's nephew.
Lot.
And with the goods, what they took with other people. So they came in, they spoiled them, they won, they took them. So Now, and there came one that had escaped and told, I'm at verse 13. And there came one that had escaped and told Abram.
Yep.
In the Hebrews.
Mhm.
For he dwelt in the plains of Mamre and the Amorites, brother of Eshcol and the brother of Anak. And there were confederate with Abraham. Abram. And when Abram heard that his brethren was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. And he divided himself against them, that he and his servants by night, and smit them and pursued them into Hoban, which is on the left hand of the mountain. So what happened is something that don't happen today. Who do we have? Out of all these people that saying they the king, they this, they that. Why haven't any one of you kings came and saved your people out of bondage? Out of the bondage of America. Because Yahweh is our salvation. Yahweh is what's going to save us up out of here. Yahweh is who we should be trusting, not man.
There you go. Y'all can't trust man.
Because this story they're showing you that, yeah, it's the same thing. His seed or his brethren, his brethren was tried because these nations ended up going to war with each other. But at this time, when we keep reading, you're going to see somebody else appear. But Abraham was able to identify this person. And as we keep reading, you're going to see. So, and he brought back all the goods and also brought again his brother-in Lot and his goods, and the woman also, and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of the Tsadakno, and of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shavah, which is the king's valley. Check this out. And see, this where Abraham recognized somebody. Abraham recognized who the priest of the Most High was. See right here? And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine. And he was the priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High, Elohim, aka God, possessor of the heavens and the earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which has delivered thy enemies into thy hand, and he gave him tithes of all. So who delivered them? Yahweh.
Right, yeah.
Yahweh was with Abraham. So if you got Yahweh with you, what is to be afraid of?
Nothing.
If you claiming you got the scepter or you holding the rod of Elohim, why haven't you gotten the people free? Why haven't you came and it was only 300 men Abraham had with him and went up against all these kings. Went up against him and got his people back and came back with the women and the children. He didn't say, I'm just going to save the man or just going to save the women or just going to save the children. Just like he told Moses, he said, not one huff should be left behind. Not one. All my sons. I want them all, the women, the children, the cattle, and everything. We need everything. We can't leave broke. When Abraham left, he left with all this substance. So Abraham recognized who Melchizedek was. So the question is, who is Melchizedek? He's the king and priest of the Most High God. So Melchizedek means righteous king. Righteous priest. You get it? He's the king and priest of the Most High God. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, Give me the persons and take the goods yourself. And Abram said unto the king of Sodom, I have lifted my hands unto Yahweh, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I would not take from a thread even to a shoelace, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou should say, I have made Abram rich, save only that which the young man had eaten, in the portion that man which went with me, Anan, Eshcol, and Mari. Let them take their portion. So right then and there, Abraham said, hold on. I done made a vow. You're not finna take the credit for what Creator already done did to me. He already done made me rich. I don't need your blessing. But whatever the young man, whatever we're going to take that, whatever they ate, or whatever they did, we'll accept. But I don't need your blessing. He was already blessed. The Creator had done blessed him. So, Robert, this chapter right here is very important. I want you to read it. Because the last chapter had a lot of names in it. And that's the thing about this language. That's why we have to pause for it. That's why we have to come out of this language and we have to get into the language that was given to us from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And that language is called Gabari. And that language has been restored. But for now, for everybody to be able to understand what's being said, we can't come in that language. We have to come in this faster English language so everybody can understand. Like right now, you comprehending what's going on.
Right.
Abraham was called. He left. Mm-hmm. His wife was taken. The Most High plagued the people's house for it.
Right.
He made him and his brother was together. They had to separate. Lot was taken. Mm-hmm. Abraham, in the name of Yahweh, went and saved him.
Saved him, his people, his goods, everybody.
And at the time of war, who showed up? The priest. The high priest.
Melchizedek.
It's Malachi Sadak. Malachi Sadak. That's how you really say it. Malachi Sadak. Mm-hmm. So, the king of righteousness, basically. Right. The king of righteousness, king of peace. He showed up at Abraham. Mm-hmm. That's why we want to follow Abraham. Because Abraham revealed him. He knew who he was. Mm-hmm. So if you want to know who Melchizedek is, go back to Abraham and he's going to show us who he is.
He's King Solomon, wasn't he?
The king of peace, the king of righteousness.
Peace and righteousness.
That's what that means. He was the king of peace and king of righteousness. Because Malachi, so Melchizedek means king righteous. Right? That's what that means. So Malachi is king. Sadak is righteous man. Right? Salam is peace. The bread and wine that he was bringing is the Father's word. In this time, the bread that came from heaven that the people wasn't familiar with, they wanted to fill their belly, was the Father's word that he spoke out of the cloud to Moses for us. And this is what we have today. But we'll get into that a little bit more. But right now, we're gonna go like we babies. We learning. So you can read, Robert. We're at chapter 15. Yes.
After these things, the word of Yahweh came upon Abram in a vision, saying, "Fear not, Abram. I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward."
And your exceedingly great reward. Mm-hmm. You hear what I'm telling you? He telling him, don't worry about nothing.
Nothing. Sky's the limit.
Don't worry about nothing, Abram. You see, I'm your rewarding. In them your shield. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying, even in the times of darkness, if we trust in the Creator,
You can't worry about nothing.
who could touch you?
Mm-hmm.
You learned that.
That's why my message and always gonna be trust in Yahweh.
Y'all.
Trust in Yahweh. Not man, not woman, not Satan, not no man or no being. We trust in Yahweh. That same spirit that was with Enoch, that was with Noah, that was with Methuselah, that was with Abraham, that was with Isaac, that was with Jacob, that was with Moses, that was with King David. We could keep going on and on and on. That same spirit, once you trust in it, is with us.
Sure is. I remember going through this.
And it's nothing man, the devil, the beast can do about it.
Not.
Even though the wars and everything pop off and everything happening around us, we got to trust in Yahweh. And you're going to see it. As Psalm 91 says, you will see it, but it would not come near your dwelling.
Won't come to pass.
Whatever's going on outside of these gates, we're not worrying about it. Because we're going to stay on the side. He said, sit thou on the right side and try to make your enemy the footstool. So we're going to stay on that right side. That's what we're going to do. You can keep reading. I just wanted to, that was just something. You can keep reading, Robert.
Okay. And Auburn said, Auburn said, Yahweh.
Elohim.
Yeah, because Lord and God. Okay, Yahweh, Elohim.
Yahweh Elohim, which means Yahweh God.
God. When Lord and God together, you say Yahweh,
Elohim.
Elohim.
Yeah.
That
With
give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Elijah, Zar, and Demarcus. Mm-hmm. And Abram said, behold, to me, thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is my heir.
So basically, he's saying, oh, you say you're gonna make my seed is never start the dust, right? Mm-hmm. But he said, I don't have no seed. Mm-hmm. I don't have no son for that to happen.
Right.
So that's what he's going through now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna read a little bit. And Abram said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is my heir. And behold, the words of Yahweh came unto him, saying, this should not be your heir, but he that should come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thy heir. So he's saying from your own body, from your own bloodline, not somebody else. Mm-hmm. This child has to be born from you, right? Mm-hmm. So now we know that you cannot take this blessing and say, okay, you over here, you working in my house, I'm gonna pass this blessing. No, this had to be in the blood. This had to be in the bloodline descendant of Abraham. Mm-hmm. This what this had to be. And he brought him forth a boy and said, look now towards the heavens and tell the stars if thou be able to number them. Mm-hmm. And he said unto him, so shall thy seed be. You know what Abraham did? And he believed in Yahweh, and he counted it to him for righteousness. So believing in the Creator's word is righteousness. Mm-hmm. Just believing in his word is righteousness. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And he said unto him, I am Yahweh that brought thee out of the Chaldeans, to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, Yahweh Elohim, whereby should I know that I should inherit it? Catch this. Because everything that's going to be said is something that's acceptable upon the Father's altar. Nothing else.
Nothing.
Now let's go. And he said to him, take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she goat of 3 years old,
Mhm.
and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. Do you see the animals that's acceptable? He didn't say bring me a man. He didn't say bring me a dog. He didn't say bring me a chicken or a cow. He didn't say that. And he took unto him all these and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another. But the birds divided he not. And when the fowl came down upon the carcass, Abram drove them away. So Abram was protecting the altar. He said, no. He pushed them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. And lo, in horror of great darkness fell upon him. What's happening with Abraham right now? His seed. Hasn't a deep sleep fell upon us? Isn't we living in darkness?
Yes, every day.
Didn't we go over what darkness symbolized? Evil, wickedness, ignorance. Huh? Open up the dictionary, you'll see what darkness is. And that's where we're at right now. And because we fell into sleep, and because we fell into darkness, pay attention to what's going to happen. And he said unto Abram, know of a certain that your seed shall be a stranger in a land that's not theirs, right? And should serve them, and they should afflict them 400 years. Hold on, Rob. Who is they talking about? Who is they talking about? Who is this Bible talking about?
To my other people.
He's talking about the people. It's not that other people have not been in slavery. It's not that, but the only people who meet this prophecy is the so-called black men and women.
Because it's been 400 years for
That is
we came
called.
in 16th century.
That is
17th
called African American. They call us two continents.
It's been 400 years now.
It's been over 400 years.
Yeah, because we came in 1600.
Matter of fact, the president of the United States, when the 400 years hit, he declared it.
Yeah.
So he was evident that they know how long we've been here. Huh?
Yeah,
So this Bible right now is talking about us. We fell into wickedness.
Yeah.
We was kicked out, and we were sold and brought into slavery. And we've been serving these people, and these people been afflicting us. And they've been afflicting us so long till we don't understand what is servitude. We don't know. So we pride ourselves on getting up every morning when the slave masters and the owners and everything, they tell us to and go bust our back, and we even want to work even longer for these people, not knowing this is servitude. We're being afflicted.
Yeah.
Because every dime you make at work, you pushing it right back out to the same people owning all the property that you like staying in. Light bill, water bill, taxes. You want to go buy your Mercedes, guess what you done became? You done became a slave to Mercedes-Benz, because every month you're going to push out that money to pay for that car. And if you don't, they're going to come and confiscate it. Huh?
Yeah.
So you working to put money in Mercedes' pocket. You slaving to do that. And and this is what people don't get.
Taxes,
all of this. Why is we paying taxes to you? How do you own a piece of land property, but you got to go down here and get them taxes on?
Got to get.
To a land that they stole. Huh?
Yeah. It was
y'all stole the land. And then you trying to make sense with all of this, huh? And he said for 400 years. And also that nation whom they should serve will I judge. Let's go back a little bit. This prophecy said with the 400 years, you can't say that this prophecy belongs to in the book of Exodus. Because we didn't go into Exodus, we didn't go into Egypt as slaves. We walked into Egypt freely. We wasn't enslaved in Egypt, that first bondage in Egypt. We wasn't enslaved for 400 years. Joseph was already there. He brought us in there free. We actually was living the best of the land for the shepherds.
Mm-hmm.
It was given to us. You see what I'm saying? So people try to say this prophecy has not been fulfilled, and I'll show you how. And the Exodus haven't started yet, because you got to understand something. And also that nation whom they should serve will I judge. So the first thing has to happen is the judgment of the nation that has been having us under servitude. That's going to order. I will judge. So the nation has to be judged. You can't skip over prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
And afterward, what does the word afterward mean? It's just like next. Something that's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
Should they come out with great substance? So should we leave broke?
Nope.
Did Abraham and Sarah leave broke when they left up out of Egypt? They left with rich. He said you had plenty of cattle, plenty of silver, plenty of gold. We shouldn't have to go nowhere and be, once we leave out of servitude, we shouldn't have to go nowhere and be slaves again to no other nation.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Nope.
This is the thing that people don't be want to talk about. This didn't tell us to go be slaves after we come out of slavery, go be slaves to another nation. That ain't what he's telling us. He said they should leave a great substance. And thou and you should go to your father in peace. You should be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they should come hither again. For the iniquity of the unrighteous is not yet full. And it came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp that passed between these pieces. And the same day Yahweh made a covenant. Hold on, what's going on? He made a covenant with him. So this is a covenant, right? Which is an agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Abram, saying unto your seed, I have given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river of Euphrates. The Canaanites and the Canaanites and the Camarites and the Hezekites and the Perizzites and the Rephaites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Gergesites and the Jebusites. This is the land. And this is the bound. This is what the Creator had gave us. Right?
Right.
He said, I have given. So on that, we have a land. And this is how we're going to get there. We're going to get there because I read to you, he said, you should observe to do all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
What things? The first thing that we learned right here from Abraham is to believe in Yahweh. Abram believed in Yahweh, and he asked him to leave, to come up out of this land. He said, go to a land that I will show thee.
Yeah, they show you.
And he took him there and he showed him everything he told Abraham he did. Let's go to chapter 16. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Now Sarah, Abram's wife, bare him no children. And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And Sarah said unto Abram, behold now, Yahweh has restrained it me from bearing. I pray thee, go into my maid, and it may be that I may orbit children by her. And Abraham hearkened. He did what?
Hearken.
He listened to his wife, to the voice of Sarah.
Hearken. Pay attention.
Okay. So he
He
did it. And Sarah, Abraham's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abraham had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband, Abram, to be his wife. And he went unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress had despised, dismissed her in her eyes. So this goes to show you what Sarah was doing. Was it right?
No.
She did something that was wrong, and that was on her.
She gave it.
She lacked trust at that moment, and she said, "Well, I'm not going to be able to do it." She put another woman, and it caused something.
Egyptian maid.
And a lot of people look at this and say, "Well, I can have two wives." Abraham did, but they're not looking at the problems that it caused
Problem.
in the house.
Zero problem.
It caused some problems. And the problem that it caused was this other lady from another nation despised our mother. So when we go out here as men, and people can take how they want to take it, and you go into these other nations rather than to our people. Well, the Most High told us to have children and make our nation great. Not going to try to make these other nations great. And then these nations think that they're better than our sisters, our people, our mothers.
Yeah.
They despise them. And the same thing going with the man, of the women, vice versa.
It's the same thing.
You're making these nations greater than your nation, right? So, and Sarah said unto Abram, my wrong, what she said, my wrong be upon me. So she seen her sin. She seen that she messed up. I have given my maid into the bosom, and when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. Yah, O judge between me and thee. But Abram said unto Sarah, behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it please you. And when Sarah dwelt hard with her, she flee from her face. So now the woman said, hold on now. I'm not going to listen to what she has to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gone. She tried to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what the Creator, when he intervened. And the angel of Yahweh found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountains of the way of Shur. And he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence comest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarah. And the angel of Yahweh said unto her, return to your mistress and submit yourself under her hand. Huh? What he told her?
Submit.
Go submit yourself to Sarah. Go do what she's telling you to do.
Submit, quick buck.
You her maid.
Yeah,
You the handmaid of her. You gonna have to go listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and the angel of Yahweh said unto her, I will multiply your seed exceedingly, that it should not be numbered for multitude. And the angel of Yahweh said unto her, behold, you are with child, and should bear a son, and should call his name Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Because Yahweh has heard your affliction, and he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man hand against him. And he should dwell in the presence of his brethren. And she called the name of God that spoke unto her, Thou God fears me. For she said, Have I also looked after him that seeth me? Wherefore the well was called Ber-lahai-roi. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered. And Hagar bare Abram a son. And Abram called his son's name was Hagar bare Ishmael. And Abraham was 86 years when Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram. But through that whole thing, the Most High blessed Ishmael.
Mm-hmm. So he should have been 86-year-old now. You know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he blessed him. He blessed Ishmael, but not one time that you see that he told Abraham that Ishmael was going to be the one that holds the covenant. He never said that in there. Mm-hmm. He never mentioned anything about Ishmael holding the covenant.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep reading. We're going into chapter 17 of Genesis. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, so he's 99, and Yahweh appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell on his face, and God talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Right? Neither should, so now, when the Father asked him to be thou perfect and walk around and be thou perfect, he finna establish the covenant with him now. He called him at 75. Mm-hmm. He didn't ask him to be thou perfect until he was 99. Mm-hmm. Do you see the numbers in between that?
Right, he told him when you 75 to the pod.
Get out of here.
Right.
And now he's 99 and he's telling him to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Neither shall thy name anymore be called Abram, but your name should be called Abraham. For a father of many nations I have made thee. Mm-hmm. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and your seed after thee, and generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to your seed after thee. So right now, the Most High ain't never came to no man and told them, I'm going to be your God. And to your seed, I'm going to be their God. He chose him. And he said, in Isaiah, if you go back there, he said, I called him and I called him alone. He didn't call no other nation. He didn't call no other people. He called Abraham and Abraham alone in his house. Wherever we went him, that's what he called. And it's right here. And I will give unto thee and to your seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession. I will be their God, or their Elohim. And Elohim said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee, in their generations. Now let's get into it. This is my covenant what you should keep between me and you and your seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised. This is an everlasting covenant, right? And you shall circumcise the flesh of the foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant between me and you. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations. He that is born in your house or bought with money of any stranger, what is not of your seed. So what the Father is telling Abraham right now, it don't matter. If you have them, at 8 days you need to be circumcised. If there's some nations living amongst you in your house, they need to be circumcised. Huh? So he's telling you it don't matter. Everybody must be circumcised that's dwelling in your house. That's in your congregation. At 8 days old, if they're a male child, they should be circumcised. And he that is 8 days old should be circumcised among you, every male child in your generation. He that is born in the house, or he that is born in the house, or bought with money of any stranger, what is not of your seed. He that is born in your house, and he that is bought with your money must need be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. And the uncircumcised man child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul should be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant. So if a man is not circumcised, and if a man is not circumcised, his children from 8 days old is breaking the covenant of the Creator. He's not following the steps of Abraham. You is not considered Abraham's seed. You're not in that house. So you're not in the house of Elohim, of God. And Elohim said unto Abram, as for Sarah, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarah, but Sarah should her name be. And listen to this. This is how you know something happened, because he said right here, and I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Right? She haven't had no son yet. Well, he telling Abraham before it even happened, yet I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people should be of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, right? So Abraham laughed first, right? And he said unto in his heart, should a child be born unto him that is 100 years old, and should Sarah that is 90 years old bear? So now Sarah is at the age where she's way older. She's past the part of life of even thinking about having a child. No? And Abraham said unto Elohim, to God, oh, that Ishmael. Now check this out, though, Robert. Y'all, now listen what it said. And Abraham said unto Sarah, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And God said unto Sarah, thy wife. And God said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son. Indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. So the Most High rejected Ishmael from the covenant. He blessed him. But as far as the covenant, and as far as giving him the land don't belong to Ishmael. Huh?
Yes, man.
So we know Ishmael today to be Muslims.
Mhm.
The covenant was not passed to them. The covenant was passed to the descendants that is a stranger in the land that is not of theirs, and that is being afflicted for 400 years. The covenant was passed on to the seed of Sarah, not to the seed of no other woman. And now he blessed him. Don't get it. Because right here he said, and as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes should be begotten, and I will make him a great nation. So he made him to what he is today. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He made him fruitful for lots of them. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac. What Sarah should do what? What should Sarah do? Bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. And he left off talking with him. And Elohim went out from Abraham. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male among the man of Abraham's house. Now, he didn't say, hold on, you're a stranger. You this, you are that, you ain't got to be circumcised. Only my seed, only the seed of this got to be. No, every male child that dwelled in his house had to be circumcised.
Servants, everybody.
And the Most High didn't agree with him going and having seed by nobody but Sarah, because if he did, he would have gave him the covenant, but he didn't. He blessed him because he was Abraham's seed, but he didn't pass on the covenant. He passed the covenant on to Isaac before Isaac was even born. Isaac wasn't even born yet, and the covenant was already established with him. Huh? And let's keep going. And after that, Abraham took Ishmael, his son, and all that were born in his house. Okay, we went through that. And circumcised the flesh of their foreskin in the self same day as God had said unto him. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And Ishmael, his son, was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And the self same day was Abraham circumcised. And Ishmael, his son, and all the man of his house, born in the house, and brought with money of the stranger, was circumcised with him. Here we go again. The Most High tell Abraham this would need to be done. What do Abraham do?
Do
He's going to do it.
it. Get it done.
He didn't say, hold on, y'all, hold on. I'm too old to be circumcised. I'm too old to obey you. I'm too old to do these things. Once you stop obeying the Creator and once you start learning, you're dead. You're dead. Let's go into chapter 18. So, how long is circumcision? How long is the covenant of circumcision, Robert?
Hope in it 28 days, ain't it?
Well, that's when that's when the circumcision begins.
Right.
But how long is this covenant?
Eternity.
So today, in today's time, should we or should we not be circumcising our male child?
Yes.
We should be.
Just said eternity, yeah.
We should be. And Yahweh appeared unto him in the plains of Mari. And he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet down from the tent door and bowed himself towards the ground. And he said, my Lord, so he said, my Adonai, if now I have found favor in your sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from your servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. And after that ye shall pass on. For therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, so do as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said, make ready quick 3 measures of fine meal, knotted it, and make cakes upon the heater. And Abraham ran unto the herd and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave unto a young man, and he hastened to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. So they did eat. So Sarah offering was acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham offering was acceptable. He ate the bread. They ate the offering, the bread, and they ate the calf that was given by his house. So the house that was chosen was that house. And those two was chosen to create children. So he chose Abraham, and he adopted Abraham's seed as his own seed. It was acceptable. And we're going to see that as we go on. And they said unto him, where is Sarah, your wife? And he said, behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah, your wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age. And it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord, being also old. See, that's when he called him Lord. Right? Adon. And Yahweh said unto Abram, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, should I of a certain bear a child, which I am old? Is anything too hard for Yahweh? At the time appointed, I will return it to thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laugh not, for she was afraid. And he said, nah, but thou didst laugh. And the man arose from this and looked toward Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And Yahweh said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do, seeing that Abraham should surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth should be blessed in him. For I know him. Listen to why he chose him. For I know him that he will command his children in his household after him. And they should keep the way of Yahweh to do just in judgment, that Yahweh may bring upon Abraham that what he has spoken of him. So he knew that Abraham was the type of individual that was going to keep this. He was going to keep his word. And he was going to command not only himself, but his whole household to keep the Father's word, right?
Right.
And Yahweh said because he said, okay. And Yahweh said because the cries of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sins is grievous. Don't that sound like a place?
Mm-hmm.
So, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cries of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. And the man turned their faces from them and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before Yahweh. So it was 3 men.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them left, but 1 of them stayed. So the man turned their faces from there and went toward Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before Yahweh. And Abraham dwelt near and said, Will thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Will thou also destroy and not spare the place for 50 righteous that are therein, that be far from thee, to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked that be far from thee? Should not the judge of all the earth do right? And Yahweh said, If I found in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sake.
Mm-hmm.
If he can find 50.
Yeah.
And but see, Abraham knows something. Abraham was like, hold on, I know this is a wicked place, so that's true. And Abraham said, and Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto Yahweh, what am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Will thou destroy all the city for the lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spoke unto him yet again and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40 sake. And he said unto him again, Oh, let not Yahweh be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there should 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold, now have I taken upon me to speak unto Yahweh. Peradventure there should be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 26. And he said, Oh, let not Yahweh be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 should be found. See, Abraham knows, like, man, it's like 5 and 50, like, and that lets you know how small the number of people it really is that's seeking the truth and righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real small number. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And Yahweh went his way. As soon as he left communing with Abraham, And Abraham returned into his place. Mm-mm-mm. Now let's go on to chapter 19. Something interesting is going to happen here. Because it's going to be two angels, which is symbolized two messengers. Say that one has already came, and one is yet to come. But they come and telling the people, it's a place we got to go, we got to get away because America or whatever, say Sodom represents America, it's going to get destroyed. So let's see what's being said. Let's see what's going to happen.
And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, unto your servant house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and he shall rise up early and go on your way. And they said, Nah, but we will abide in the street all night. So what that mean?
They was planning on staying in the street all night. That's what they were planning to do. But see, Lot knew because Abraham had taught him. So he knew what to look for. And that's something in today's time people don't know. They wouldn't know a messenger if they seen one. Because, and people might don't believe, but a messenger, true messenger of the Creator, their appearance is different than the appearance of the messengers of the wicked. And in this same book, we're going to find out what the appearance of these messengers is. The book teaches us what the appearance is. And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your way. And they said, Nah, but we will abide in the streets all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. So they did eat, because he approached the right way. But before they lay down, the man of the city, even the man of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, all the people from every corner. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which come into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. So they wanted to do to them as they've been doing to everybody else. So this right here is proven to the messengers. So now the messengers know what is being said is true.
Right.
Because now they want to do it to us. So now the Most High know what's been going on, it's been going on. Because now you're trying to do it to my messengers, what you've been doing to everybody else. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. So Lot was in the house. Lot came out the house to talk to the people. We're not going to do these people so wicked. These is the messengers. These is all the people. They come. They represent the Most High. He telling them, no, we can't do this here. So guess what Lot finna do? Lot finna give these men one last chance to do right.
I pray you.
Behold, I have two daughters which have not known man, let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came there under the shadow of my roof. So I gotta look after them.
Right.
It's showing Lot's righteousness. Because Lot not allowing them, Lot giving them an opportunity which everybody's getting to do what's right.
Mm-hmm.
Turn away from your wicked ways. Here are my daughters. I'd rather for you to have my daughters than to take these men.
They ain't gonna man.
Right?
What ain't gonna catch the man?
So, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fella came into surgeon, and he will needs to be judged. Now will we deal worshly with thee than with them. And they pressed sorely upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the man put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut to the door. So something happened. Now Lot has been pulled in the house. Don't go back to the ark, right? Once Noah entered the ark, it was over. Everything that wasn't in the ark, it was over. So in today's time, there's one that already done came. And he's telling people, and it's a brother that already came. He's in what they call the Philippines, a place called Cebu, right? And the brother's crying in the wilderness, saying, get out, get out. Nobody's listening. So another messenger has to come and tell them that this brother is the messenger that came to make the way straight before their eyes, as the book of Malachi says. But let's stay on topic, right? So, but the man so now the Amalekites put forth their hand and they pulled the man into the house where he was safe. And they smote the man that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they weary to themselves to find the door. So what's going to happen once we trying to tell these people, this is the truth, this is the message. Y'all was Allah in. This is the place you need to be. This is where we need to go. Right?
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to listen.
They ain't gonna listen.
So once that last messenger is taken and whoever's with him, whoever else is going to be smitten with blindness, they're not going to be able to find their way. They're not going to be able to get into the house. It's going to be too late. So what happens after this? Let's keep reading. We're going to show you that this is true because Lot is finna go and do something. He's finna do as the man, as he's been told to do. So remember, they've been smitten with blindness, both small and great, so they can't find their way to the door. Right? For we will destroy this place, because the cries of them is waxed great before the face of Yahweh, and Yahweh has sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spoke unto his sons-in-laws, which were married to his daughter, and said, up, get you out of this place, for Yahweh will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when that morning arose, so it's just like with Noah, everybody, oh, this man drunk.
Crazy.
Yeah. He telling us to get out, this man is drunken, right? But the man wasn't drunken. So now they mocking like, oh yeah, he done went crazy. He telling us to get out of the city finna get destroyed. So he this was the last message to telling them the truth. Get out, this is your opportunity to listen. He went to his people. I need y'all, we got to get out of here. Because I know what's going to happen in this place. It's just like in the day's time. We're gonna have to get out. Morning arose, the angels Heslot, saying, arise, take your wife and your daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed into the iniquities of the city. And while he lingered, the man laid hold of his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hands of his 2 daughters, Yahweh being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth above, that he said, escape for your life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plains. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. Right? And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Behold now, thy servant has found grace in your sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold, now the city is near to flee. So basically, you know how right now in the land that they say is our land and over there with war going on. We can't go there because there's a war going on. So it's got to be another place for us to escape to. And this was Lot showing him saying, well, I can't get over there because some evil going to fall upon us. We can't get to that place. But I can go over here instead. And Yahweh granted that. He granted it. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape there. It is not a little one, and my soul shall live. Isn't it not a little one, and my soul shall live? And he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city, for that which thou hast spoken. Hasty, escape there, for I cannot do anything till thou be come there. Therefore the name of this city was called Zoar. The sun was rising upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh out of the heavens. So we know what the heavens is the sky. So from the sky, fire and brimstone came out. But we can see right now that the righteous will not be destroyed with the wicked.
Right.
It wasn't even 5 found, it was only 4. So the place had to get destroyed. There was only 4 that was found righteous and holy. And he didn't destroy this place for those 4, and those people got out.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he overthrew these cities and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the city, and that was grow upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham gotten up early in the morning to the place where he stood before Yahweh. So Abraham was in the place where he stood before the Creator, and he seen what? He seen what? And he looked towards Sodom and Gomorrah and towards all the land of the plain, and behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. So Abraham seen the smoke of this place. So in today's time, right, and when we leave here, I got some video information I'm going to give to you. In today's time, the Creator commanded us to do such things. And today we have TVs. So we'll be able to see the judgment on this place and on those who's not being obedient.
The world,
Just like Noah, once he got in that ark, he heard the screaming. He heard the animal. He heard the crying of people. You could tell people was running there trying to get on the ark now. It was too late. Once Yahweh pull you in, the last righteous that he collected, and once we get to where we need to get, once he shut the door, can't nobody open it. Remember, a door that Yahweh open, can't nobody close. A door that he shut, ain't no man open. And when I say no man is fine, a door that is shut. Right? And it came to pass when Elohim destroyed the cities of the plain that God remembered who? Abraham. So why do we go back to Abraham? Because we know if we obedient and we do what Abraham did, that God will remember us. And we will be counted as righteous. Right?
Right.
And sent Lot out of the midst and overthrow when he overthrew the cities. And that was Lot dwelled. And Lot went up out of her and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar. And he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the young, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us, after the manner of the earth. So his daughters thought that every man and everybody on earth was destroyed. So the older daughter did what? Came and let us make our father drunk with wine. That's why in the Nazarite temple we don't drink wine. And we will lie with him that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drunk wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lied with her father, and he perceived not when she lied down, neither when she arose. And it came to pass on the morning, the firstborn said unto the young, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in, and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the young arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down there, when she rose up. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the fathers of the Moab until this day. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Benjamin. The same is the father of the children of Ammon until this day. So, we see what happened. That place got destroyed. And when we look at this message, there's going to be people still alive. But the place that his people was is being held captive and is being afflicted and is causing all these sins, and every sin that you can name up under the sun. Matter of fact, the harlot says she turned 250 years old a couple of days ago. The prostitute that's going around polluting the earth and got our people still in bondage.
Yeah, we still in bondage.
Not only, but in the mind. going to be destroyed.
Sure.
And we have to get out. We have to get out. Let's go to chapter 20. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Amalek the king of Gerar sent, and took Sarah. But Elohim came to Amalek in a dream by night, and said unto him, Behold, thou art but a dead man. For the woman was thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. But Amalek had not came near Sarah. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister. And she herself said, He is my brother. In the indignation of my heart and innocence of my hands have I done this. And God said unto him in a dream, Yet I know that thou didst this in the indignation of thy heart, for I also withhold thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he should pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restorest her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. Therefore Amalek rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears. And the man were sore afraid. And Amalek called Abraham and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us? And what will I offer offend thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great shame, that thou done deeds unto me that ought to not be done. And Amalek said unto Abraham, What shalt thou that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, Because I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. And it came to pass when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is your kindness, which thou shalt show unto me, at every place whither we should come. Say of me, He is my brother. And Amalek took sheep and oxen, manservants and womanservants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. And Amalek said, Behold, my land is before thee, dwell where it pleaseth thee. And Abraham Sarah, he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes unto all that are with thee, and with all others she was reproved. So Abraham prayed unto Elohim, and Elohim healed Amalek and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. For Yahweh has fast closed of all the wombs of the house of the king, because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Right then in that chapter, it shows you how to properly be forgiven of their sin. And this nation have not done so. They have to restore us. Our land, our gold, our property, our us being who we are. And once that is properly done, then we will pray for them, and then they will be restored. But I don't think these people are going to do that. So what's left for them is death. But if you want to know how to give forgiveness, that's forgiveness. Right there. That's the proper way of doing things, is to restore. You know, bam, bam, and bam. That's how you do that. Let's read 21. And then we're going to come up out of it. Let's read chapter 21. And we may go into 22 because there's some lies in, that need to be installed. But let's go into 21. And Yahweh visited Sarah, as he has said. And Yahweh did unto Sarah as he has spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him Isaac. And Abraham circumcised, so this is how we build a nation, so he was, as Abraham, so these commandments is what we have to follow. We know we must believe on Yahweh, we must go up out of a place when Yahweh commanded us to go, we must leave. We must not give another man or another woman into our others' bosom. We must not be as wicked as Sodom. And we must not look back into a place. So once we leave this place, we must not try to go back to this place. Once we go to where the Father commands us to go, we must not turn back and try to come back into slavery. So all of these things that we're reading, we must take heed to it. But let's see how Abraham will raise up Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as Elohim commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God has made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given to them succor? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned. And Abraham made a great feast that same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, what she had born unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman should not be heir with my son, even Isaac. Right? Mm-hmm. And the thing was very grievous unto Abraham's sight because of his son. Now, let's go back and let's hear what God had to say to Abraham about it. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad and because of the bondwoman. And all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac should your seed be called. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is your seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulders in the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs. And she went and set her down over against him, a good way off, as it were Boshan. She said, let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him, and lifted her voice, and wept. And Elohim heard her voice, and Elohim heard the voice of the lad. And the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven. And he said unto her, what ally thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God had heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thy hand. For I will make him a great nation. See, Hagar forgot that God had told her that I blessed him. I'm going to make him a great nation. I'm going to give him 12 princes. See, all this was being said, and here again, Abraham trusted in the Most High till he got rid of and sent them on their way. Got them up out of his tent. Because that child was born in the sin, basically. Right? Correct. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the bottles with water, and gave the lad drink. And God was with the lad. And he grew and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Haran. And his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. So whoever Ishmael's sons is, they started from Egypt. And it came to pass at the time that Amalek and Pascal, the chief captain of the host, spoke unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee, and all that thou dost. Now therefore swear unto me hereby, God, that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, near with my son, near with my son's sons, but according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. And Abraham said, I will swear. Right? So now Abraham swore unto this guy that they can do this. And Abraham reproved Amalek because of the well of water which Amalek's servants had violently took away. And Amalek said, I will not who had done this thing, neither did they tell me, neither yet heard of it. But today, and Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Amalek, and both of them made a covenant. And Abraham set 7 out lambs of the flock by themselves. And Amalek said unto Abraham, what mean these 7 out lambs, which thou hast set by themselves? And he said, for thou art 7 out lambs, should thou take of my hand, that thou may be a witness unto me, that I have dug this well. Wherefore he called the place Beersheba, because there they swore both of them, that they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Amalek rose up and called the chief captain of his host, and they returned unto the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba, and called thereon the name of Yahweh, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned in the land of the Philistines many days. Mm, 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 mm. This last chapter is 22 that we're going to read from today. And it's something very special going to happen in this right here. And the Most High finna show us in this chapter that the Most High does not accept human sacrifice. And they misleading people with the way that they're teaching this chapter. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham. The key word, tempt. He tempted Abraham. And he said unto him, Abraham. And he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, thy only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee unto the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and sandaled his ass and took two of his young men with him and Isaac his son, and cleaned the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place which God had told him. So here we go again. The Most High telling him to take his son and take him to a mountain to do a burnt offering with his son. So at this moment, what is Abraham doing? Abraham was giving, and he's giving Isaac to Yahweh, which every parent has to do. When a messenger comes to you, and this messenger say, listen, this son belongs to the Creator. He's been lent. And that's what a Nazarene is. So if a messenger come to me and tell me you're a Nazarene, and I say, oh, yeah, well, I'm not believing that. And he also comes to the mother and tells the mother the same thing. He's a Nazarene. He's the anointed, or he's this for the Creator. He's going to be all right. But if he don't obey these laws and statutes, he's going to go through hell. And nobody believed this man.
Okay, bro.
But let's go on. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and sounded his ass and took. So we was past that. Okay, I'm going to read it. And took two of the young men with him and Isaac his son, and cleaned the wood of the burnt offering, and rose up and went to the place which God has told him. Then on the third day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young man, abide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship, and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took the fire, in his hand, because he had the scepter. He had what we would call, he was walking with that, not because his father done put it on him now. It's
Right.
I'm passing this on to you. You holding this now, right? Where am I?
Yeah, I'm 6.
And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it up upon Isaac, and he took the fire in his hand, and he took the fire in his hand, and a knife, and they went both of them together. And Isaac spoke unto Abraham his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering?
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham said, My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. And I got to say this. Jesus never got burnt by fire.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say this. You see right here it say burnt offering. Jesus never got burnt with fire.
Mm-mm.
This was supposed to be a burnt offering. Let's keep going. So they went both of them together, and they came to the place where God had told him of. And Abraham built an altar there and laid the wood in order and burned Isaac his son and laid him on the altar upon the wood. He took him up to the altar of the Creator and he gave Isaac to the Creator. Earth, the Most High City. So this was his son. And his father was telling him that this mission is yours. Now,
That's what
so let's keep going on.
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son.
Mm-hmm.
And the angel of Yahweh called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Lay not hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him, for now I know that thou fearest Elohim, seeing thou hast not withhold your son, your only son from me.
Mm-hmm.
So right then and there, he told him, hold on. No. You're not finna actually kill Isaac. You are lending Isaac. Isaac belongs to me.
Right.
There's no blood gonna be shed with this human, with this man. Because we go backwards. We've seen cattle, goats, rams, turtle doves, and pigeons. It's the only blood that is shared upon the Father's altar, not man's blood. So, because right here, he says right here, and Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. What I just said, a ram, which is considered a lamb, was there. And guess what the father said? And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a what? Burnt offering.
Instead of his son.
Burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of the place Yahweh provides, as it is said to this day. In the mount of Yahweh it should be seen. And the angel of Yahweh called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time. And he said, by myself, listen to the key word, by myself have I sworn, said Yahweh, for because not withhold thy son, thy only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thee. Your seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And your seed shall possess the gates of his enemy. And in Your seed should all the nations of the earth be blessed. Right? Because thou hast obeyed my voice. Robert, y'all, let me tell you, there's no such thing as a human sacrifice.
So, you can't sacrifice.
Right then, the Most High showed you, no. Instead of sacrificing man's blood, because without bloodshed, there's no forgiveness. But instead of you dying, he rather for a bird, or a cattle, or a ram.
But a lamb will be the next cleanest.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's clean.
A cattle is clean because what do they eat? Vegetation.
Mhm.
They don't eat other blood. They
You
eat
know-
vegetation.
One thing caused me when they said died on the cross. I don't believe that.
Nobody died. And we're going to get into that. We're going to go into depths.
Mm-hmm.
But right here, because we're going to go through this book every Shabbat. But right here, it shows that no man should die on the Father's altar. Instead of a man's blood, we should shed the ram. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Abraham returned unto his young man, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things that it was told to Abraham, saying, Behold, Michal, she had also born children unto your brother Nahar, whose his firstborn, Booz, his brother, and Carmel, the father of Aram, and Chesson, and Hazar, and Phardash, and Jalub, and Bethuel. And Bethuel begat Rebekah. Why is this that? Because Rebekah is who? Isaac's wife. This is how Abraham knew to send who? Because when we get into it, they wonder how he knew. He said to go back to my who? My father's house to get my son a wife. Because it's been shown to him right here that his brother had a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
These 8, Michal did bear Noah Abram's brother. His concubine, whose name was Ruamah, she bare also Tubal and Gama and Taha. So Abraham already knows about this. So let's get ready to close it up. Go to Psalm. We're going to go to Psalm 1. Because I know for Psalms to be true.
You said 1?
Psalms 1. And this is what. You there? Psalm 1.
There you go.
Stop by reading. 1.
Blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, near standeth in the way of sinners, near sitteth in the seat of scornful. But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, that bringeth forth fruit in his season. His leaves also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, near sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Yahweh knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly should perish. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh. So with that being said, let's go to the book of Numbers. And this is the blessing that we're going to the book of Numbers chapter 6. And this is the blessing to those who is obedient to the Creator and to His laws. And I'm going here so everybody can see it. I should say, Yabaraka Yahweh Yashimoraka Yahweh.
Numbers chapter 6.
Verse 24. Yahweh bless you and keep you. Yahweh make shine His face upon thee, and be gracious unto you. Yahweh lift up His countenance upon you and give you shalom. And they should put my name upon the children of Israel, and I should bless them. When you come into the name is the most powerful thing in the universe, and if we trust in Yahweh, and we be as Abraham was, and when we are called into righteousness, that we do these things, Yahweh will bless you. Yahweh will keep you. Yahweh will make His face shine upon you. Yahweh will set you apart from others. Yahweh will accept your offering upon His mountain. Right? Don't make a difference if it's stranger or bloodline. If you accept the covenants of Yahweh and you seek and you be obedient, you will be blessed. Yahweh will bless you and keep you. Yahweh will make His face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yahweh will lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. Shalom, shalom. Now let's go back to Psalms. Oh, praise Yahweh, all you nations. Praise Yahweh, all you people. For Yahweh mercy and kindness is great towards us. And the truth that Yahweh endures forever. Hallelujah. Oh, give thanks unto Yahweh. For Yahweh is good because His mercy endures forever. Let Israel now say that Yahweh's mercy endures forever. Let the house of Aaron now say that His mercy endures forever. Let them now know that fear Yahweh, say that His mercy endures forever. I called upon Yahweh in distress, and Yahweh answered me, and set me in a large place. Yahweh is on our side. We will not fear. What can man do to us? Yahweh has taken our part with them that help me. Therefore will I see my desire upon them that hate me. It is better to trust in Yahweh than put confidence in man. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in princes. All nations can pass me about, but in the name of Yahweh I will destroy them. They can pass me about, yet they can pass me about, but in the name of Yahweh I will destroy them. They can pass me about like bees. They are quenched as the fire of them. For in the name of Yahweh I will destroy them. Thou hast thrust swords at me, that I might fail, but in Yahweh help me. Yahweh is my strength and my song, and has become my salvation. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacle of Yahweh, the righteous. The right hand of Yahweh does right. The right hand of Yahweh is exalted. The right hand of Yahweh is right. I shall not die but live and declare the works of Yahweh. Yahweh has chastised me so, but He has not given me over to death. Open to the gates of the righteous. I will go into them, and I will praise Yahweh. These gates of Yahweh into which the righteous shall enter. I will praise thee, Yahweh, for thou heard and art become my salvation. The stone which the builders refused has become the headstone of the corner. This is the Yahweh's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day what Yahweh has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Save now, I beseech thee, O Yahweh. O Yahweh, I beseech thee. Send now prosperous. Blessed be he that comes in the name of Yahweh. We have blessed you out of the house of Yahweh. God is Yahweh, which has shown his light. Bind the sacrifice with cords, even to the horn of the altar. Thou art my island, and I will praise thee. Thou art my God, and I will exalt thee. Oh, give thanks unto Yahweh, for Yahweh is good, for his mercy endures forever. Hallelujah, Yahweh, hallelujah. Yahweh, close it with the praise, God. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Abeno, Shabbat Shemay. Yata Kadash, Shemka, Wayaparak, Malakoka, Rasonka, Ya'e, Gashoe, Bashmay, Waba'arat, Wastatan, Lakano, Samirte, Wamakal, Lanu, Ka'ateno, Ka'ashar, Arnakno, Mokalim, Lakotain, Lano, Wa'al, Papeno, Layade, Nasion, Washamarino, Makal, Rai, Hallelujah. Our Father who is in heaven, sanctify your name. May it be blessed, your kingdom, your will, let it be done in the heaven and in the earth. And give our bread continually, and forgive to us our sins, like as we forgive to those. And do not, like as we forgive to those to us. And do not lead us into the hands of temptation, but keep us from all evil. So be it. Hallelujah. Yahweh. Hallelujah. Yahweh. Shalom. Shalom.
What every day you put knowledge to, the dumbest joke.